This is Lance of the My Four Sons Warehouse, and for the next few minutes we're going to show you how to install the agitator option for the M4. So when you get the kit, you're going to get the 350 GPH mixer pump, and it only has two wires, a black and a brown. Black is negative, brown is positive, and it's going to have a little tag on it that shows positive, just so you know. On the M4 tank, you get the one nipple that's normally one piece, and it's sealed. And all I did is I took a sander and I ground down the tip until I got to a large enough opening to fit these wires. And you want it really big so that when you're fishing the wires from inside the tank, it's a lot easier. The other thing that you do for the pump mount is you take the fine filter out of the tank, and all I've done is taken a cable tie and wrapped it around the base, and you can fish it through these there at the gap between the base and the top connector. It keeps it trapped. And then mount the fine filter back here, and I like to mount it back here so that when you put it into the tank, the output from the pump pushes the flow away to the farthest part of the tank, and you want to get a swirling action. So now I'm going to put it inside. Can you see inside there? Hopefully, it's the fine filter is keeping it in position, and the output of the pump is towards the back at an angle, so that you get a nice swirling motion. Okay, we just showed how the pump mounts inside the tank, and what you'll do is you'll get your hand inside and push these two wires out through the nipple that you've ground down, and then these wires come down and they feed inside of this injection mold hole, which is quite handy. Okay, just before we go inside the wiring to show you how to hook it up, this is where the rotary switch will mount optimally to control the flow of the agitator pump as you're wearing it. So it's kind of handy. You can just reach back and dial this up. And the good thing about this agitator system is that the flow rate of the pump inside has no impact on the pumping output. There's no bypass here. It's just two switches powering off the battery at the same time. Okay, here are the two wires that we fished through the injection mold port, black and brown. So the black wire that came in from the pump, we tie that to the blue wire of the rotary switch that you're installing. This grounds the pump as soon as the switch is turned on. So the blue from the rotary switch goes to the black of the pump. And then everything else hopefully is pretty straightforward. You don't touch the blue bundle that's already in the backpack. There's no need to get into that. For the black wires, you basically attach, the only thing you have to do is attach the black wire coming from the rotary switch to that same bundle. So you'll end up with, it looks like 5 black wires in total. So you'll undo these, tie the black wire in, and then put that all together. And now the red looks a little bit more complicated than it is, because we've had to connect all the wires. It looks like there's about 6 red wires. So you'll take the red wire from the rotary switch and connect it to all of the other red wires, and in addition you'll connect the brown wire from the pump. So we've used this Euro connector. Got 4 wires in here and 3 in here. They're all connected through this internal tube, and we've just screwed them down. So that's basically one bundle, but because you had so many wires, we had to use that Euro connector. We normally ship a four position Euro connector, and I've used a bandsaw to cut these. Each one of these is a circuit. You can connect all of the wires using the Euro connectors. I just decided to cut it down, and that's spare in case you want to use that. So hopefully that gets you to where you need to be to have an agitator installed. Please call us at 707-478-2162 if you still need help. We're happy to help you along with this. Okay, once you've got everything installed with the agitator, you can go ahead and throw some silicone inside this tube to seal it up so that it doesn't leak out. We wanted to show you how it runs. Look down inside the tank and we'll turn it on. I'm slowly ramping up the rotary switch. That's putting out a lot of water. I'm going to dial it down. You probably don't need that much flow. Now I'm going to turn on the unit. And so we're just showing that has no impact on the output, just a little bit because the voltage drops. And the more power you use on the rotary recirculator pump, you'll get a little bit less voltage on your battery, but it isn't a significant amount. Anyway, this one's ready to go.